The one-child policy was instituted in 1980 to correct the population explosion that happened during the Mao era. Under Chairman Mao, he had felt that people were the strength of China, and women were having on average almost 6 children each. So then, under the Deng era, they instituted an encouragement program where they said 1 is best, 2 is okay, 3 is too many, and immediately the fertility rate was chopped in half. It was successful. Then they instituted this draconian one-child policy, which was coercively enforced from the very beginning, and they did it for economic reasons. They believed that the future of China, the prosperity of China, had to do with reducing the population very extremely and quickly. And the thing that is ironic about this is that while the one-child policy was instituted for economic reasons, China has 30 years later basically written its own economic death sentence through the one-child policy. Number one, we have the issue of the 37 million more men than women, which is going to be an ongoing population fertility problem. Number two, we have the issue of the fact that all of those people who were born during the Mao era, during that population explosion, are now heading towards retirement. I call it China's senior tsunami. And they don't have the young population to support them. And they don't have Social Security like we do. And they don't have a plan that I'm aware of about how to handle this senior tsunami. So this is something that is going to impact their economy in a huge way.
The Chinese policymakers who are trying to lower fertility rates instituted a lot of reforms, which culminated in the one-child policy of 1979. The one-child policy required each parent to have only 1 child in urban areas, and then in rural areas you could apply for a waiver and have a second child. But the one-child policy essentially instituted a very severe regime of fertility control in which parents were subjected to forced abortions and confiscation of property, revocation of household registration. And the one-child policy was a miraculous success in terms of lowering fertility and potentially contributing to China's economic growth. But the flip side is that the one-child policy now, I think, has clearly been implicated in China's rising sex ratio.